graphing calculator to calculate the mean, standard deviation, and variance of a discrete probability distribution. Now I mentioned, in the PDF notes for the discrete distribution that, unfortunately Minitab Express doesn't have the ability to do that. So, if you don't have a calculator such as the TI-83 or 84, you have to do those calculations by hand. And, I showed you how to do those, down here where we talked about mean and expectation. So rather than have to do all this work and create this big table here and calculate the mean, standard deviation, and variance by hand, actually you could do this right in a calculator. So, and all you really need is the random outcomes, the random variable values, which are x, and then the probability of those things occur. You don't have to calculate any of these columns. So you would put the data in the calculator the same way you would put it in any kind of data. So you go to the stat menu, hit stat, choose option 1 for edit. That's where you edit your lists. I have some old data in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the random variable values in, which are 0 through 4 here. This calculator runs really slow when I'm crunching a video. That's what you get for using something that's free. Calculator runs a lot faster when I don't have QuickTime running. And plus my Mac's ancient. Alright, so I put in list number 1, I put the random variables values, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in list 2, I'm going to put the probability values. Okay, so that took forever, obviously. If you had this calculator in front of you, you get this in literally in seconds. It's just ridiculous that it runs so slow. Alright, so there you have it. So they're entered in there. Let's give them a quick look. 70.74, 13%, 10%, 2%, 1%. Note that these things add to 1, which is one of those big properties of the discrete distribution. Now, really, all you have to tell the calculator is, hey, go ahead and crunch all the stats for me. So you click the stat button. Move over to calculate, choose the 1 bar stats option. Now typically, sorry, it says 1 bar stats. Let me just clear all this mess out so it's not in my way. Go back there and reselect that. Now typically you would just say 1 list, give me the stats on list 2 or what have you. But our data, we have the x's in L1 and the p of x is in L2. So you have to tell the calculator that. So when you say second L1, then you push the comma, and you say second L2. So you're telling the calculator, crunch the stats on list 1, comma list 2. The order has to be the x's, comma, the probabilities. Hit enter, and the mean is 0.43, and the standard deviation is approximately 0.83. So over here, the means calculation, I believe, is on the prior page. Yeah, here it was. This is why I showed you how to do it by hand. So this is the calculation of the mean, or the expectation of x, which is 0.43. The variance calculation is here. I'm sorry, that's the expected value of x squared. The variance is here, 0.6851. And then the standard deviation, remember, is the square root of the variance. So when you square root that, 6851, you get 0.8277. And there you have it right here. So obviously the calculator really speeds this up for you. Again, unfortunately, I don't see a way in Minitab Express to do this. So it's either by hand using the table, or if you have a TI calculator using that. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to shoot me an email.